Chris here with a tiny little e-bike. This is the Fiido D3 Pro. It has 14-inch wheels, mechanical disc brakes, and it weighs 17 kilos, which isn't too bad for an e-bike like this. The handlebars fold down, the seat can go all the way down so you can easily fit it into a car, and we have a 250-watt motor in the rear hub. The battery, which is inside the frame right here, Fiido claims can get us around 50 to 60 kilometers in range. The capacity of it is 7.8 amp hours or 280 watt hours. So in this review, I'll be testing it out. I'll let you know the exact kind of range that I can get out of it, how comfortable is it to ride such a small little e-bike here, and all the pros and cons. So we have the tiny little 14-inch wheels, 250 watt motor here in the rear as I mentioned, and we've got mechanical disc brakes. The discs on these are 160 millimeter, and we have a tiny little kickstand. And our tires on this are fitting for the type of bike, so road tires, and they make very little noise, very little rolling resistance. Mudguards up front and the rear, and our discs at the front are the same, 160 millimeters, mechanical disc brakes. So right here we have a crank sensor, so it knows when you are pedaling. The battery's in this right here, so we can't actually remove it. It's not user removable. Now the capacity of this one is 7.8 amp hours, which translates into 280 watt hours, and it takes around 4 hours to fully charge. This little box right here, you're probably wondering what it is. Is it batteries? No, this is where the controller's located and our charging port right here, which is a 3-pin one. We do have a front headlight, which is relatively bright. It lights up the path ahead of you. And Fiido include in the box right here a tail light. So this one is quite bright and a nice bit of added safety. So it's removable and it charges via Type-C. Both our seat height and the handlebars are fully adjustable. As you can see, that seat drops down so low that even my 3-year-old could ride this bike. And what's curious to note, that inside the seat post we have a pump to inflate the tires. Now the pedals are also foldable on this model, so all you need to do is press here, they fold in, and then you can pull them out and they clip into place. They're made out of an ABS style plastic, which is quite durable. Our handlebars, as you can see, fold right down to get them out of the way, making storage a little bit easier. So the latch here locks into place, it's very sturdy, good welds around here, and there is this little security that you put into the hole to make sure it's never going to come down on you. The crank at the front has 52 teeth, just a single speed 2 with these tiny wheels, and if you run out of battery, it's going to be really difficult to climb with this, so only ideal for flat roads when you have no battery left. Our seat is nice and wide with plenty of padding, so for long distances it's quite comfortable. Now our controls here, so we've got our rear brake, front brake, accelerator, and our screen, very basic. It displays our battery life. There are 5 bars, each representing 20% battery, our speed, and then the 3 different modes. A little hard to see in direct sunlight. That's it, there's no odometer with it. Then we've got our light here and the horn, the buzzer, which is quite loud. That's built into that front headlight. Now these are not lock grips, so they do move about a little bit. I really wish they were lock grips. So how is it to ride? So right now, as you can see, my knees are getting very close to these handlebars. Now I've got the handlebars, I could probably go up a fraction higher. I still feel that it's a little uncomfortable for someone of my height. I'm 184 centimeters. Now with normal turns, like now, just turning, I'm not going to strike, my knees are not going to strike the handlebars here, but if I was to turn really sharp, you can see that it's not far away at all there, which is a minor issue there with just being so compact, this frame. It really is a little bit too small for me. And then with riding, well, you've got 3 options. There's 3 different riding modes. Without the battery on at all, pedal assist mode, and then just using the accelerator here, which is on the right that I showed you before. So just turning that now, I can get up to on level 3, up to 29 kilometers per hour maximum, and I don't have to pedal at all. On the flat, that's great, and I'll test it out on climb soon. Now, as soon as you start pedaling, like right now, pedaling away, the speed sensor takes a few seconds to then engage, and I am away there. And that's how you can get the maximum battery performance too, if you pedal at the same time. It's going to be a lot more than just using the battery only, the motor only, in the moped mode. Now I have a little climb here, a tiny bit of rough road, and it's going to be okay. Even with these 14-inch wheels, it's not too bad. And then getting up this short climb, the motor is definitely boosting me up here. Without the motor, it would be quite tough, with no gears, of course, using and riding a bike like this. Now for my steep climb test, so this is about a 25-30 degree gradient here. Let's see how it's going to handle it. So I'll first start out with just the motor and then the pedal assist. All right, car coming, so I don't want to get in his way, but I'm just using the motor here. You can hear it, and it's struggling right now, 250 watts, going down now to 8 kilometers. It's just not going to happen on these steep climbs. You are going to have to pedal. So let's see what it's like. Now pedaling, oh, and I've stopped. Why is that? Because the speed sensor hasn't detected that I'm actually pedaling. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. And now this is, well, that's actually okay. So without any battery power at all, I would not really want to be riding this up a steep hill because it has no gears. And okay, we've got 52 teeth at the front, but it will be quite difficult. So here I'm having to put a little bit of effort with this steep climb here to get up this hill. And braking performance, so not actually too bad. They're mechanical discs, and I thought with the 14-inch wheels wouldn't be so good. So I'm about 30 kilometers now, hard on the brakes, bit of skidding, and really not bad. The front brake especially seems to be quite good. So you have to be careful in the wet that it doesn't slip. And with a bike like this, I would certainly just keep to the roads. I would not be taking this off-road, so no off-road test, no rough road test, because it's got no suspension. It's only got little small 14-inch wheels, so this is strictly streets only, cities, and that's what it is, a city commute e-bike. Now what about that range? So right now I'm losing 8 to 10 kilometers per battery bar. So that matches their claimed range of 50 kilometers. However, if you're heavy, well, I'm about 80 kilos at the moment, and you weigh more than that, and you're going on a lot of climbs, up a lot of steep hills, expect the range to be then, I would say more like 45 to 50 kilometers max. So these little wheels, really only for city commutes. This is what it's about. This is a city town bike. It really is that last mile bike that can take you from the train station to your place of work, or from the train station home. You can jump on this and you do that ride there without having to walk, and you can just do and cover those distances with ease. So just using it in the moped mode, which is only using the accelerator, you're looking then at, I would say, about 15 to 20 kilometers range, because it burns through the battery a lot more than, of course, using the pedal assist. Up to 25, even 29 kilometers per hour on the flat. That is definitely fast enough. Nice large seat, which is comfortable. But for me, my size, as you can see now, this bike is tiny. The frame here makes it feel quite cramped, and I almost feel like I'm riding my 7-year-old daughter's bike, or one of those miniature little clown bikes with the tiny wheels, because I'm really used to something quite a bit bigger. Now, I never struck the handlebars with my knees, which is a good thing, because normally when you turn, you only move the handlebar a little bit, that's all you need. So it didn't quite get close enough that I would end up striking my knees against the handlebars. One thing that I've got to give Fiido here is the build quality is quite good. And this is almost a first for e-bikes, no rattling whatsoever. There's no noise when I'm riding. Battery doesn't rattle. The pump, which is in the stem of the seat post here, it does not rattle. The mudguards do not rattle. Nothing rattles at all, which is great to have when you're riding along. There's no annoying rattling noises, which I really hate. Even my expensive Trek rattles. So the range, the build quality are the pros. It's not going to be a bike for everyone, especially this size, as I mentioned there. So thank you so much for watching, and I do hope to see you in the next up and coming e-bike review. Bye for now.